and welcome to a new format for Reflections and Real Talk. I'm calling it Real Talk Lab, where I talk about retirement topics and model different strategies on screen. Today, I'm talking about one variable that can dramatically impact your retirement plan: longevity. Most retirement plans depend on one assumption that no one can actually know: how long you're going to live. And what's interesting is even being off by just a few years can completely change how a plan behaves. It affects how much you spend, how confident you feel, and whether the plan actually holds up. Today, I will unpack how people think about longevity and then actually show what happens inside a real plan. Before we jump in, I would like to introduce you to something I call the Real Talk Lab. This is where we go beyond just talking about retirement and actually put the ideas to test right here on screen. The idea is simple. We start with the thinking, reflecting, and exploring different perspectives. Then we move into practice with real conversations and concrete action steps. So consider this your invitation to roll up your sleeves and dig in with me. This is Real Talk Lab, where I start with the thinking and then move into what it looks like in practice. How people choose a longevity age. From what I see, most people choose a longevity age based on instinct, family history, or just what feels reasonable. And that's understandable, but it's not always grounded in broader data. There are actually some really solid public tools people can use as a starting point, like the Social Security Actuary Life Tables. There are also calculators built on top of those tables that give you an estimate based on your age. But the key point is those are averages, not predictions. They don't account for individual health, lifestyle, or personal circumstances. There are many other free longevity estimators that use additional input such as health, habits, and social history. I'll include the links in the free downloadable reference sheet in the description below. And if you're comfortable inputting personal data into AI, you can also ask it to estimate your longevity age. The more variables you enter, the more detailed the estimate, but it's still just an educated guess. So the real issue becomes not finding the perfect number, but figuring out how to plan around uncertainty. If you assume too short of a lifespan, you might spend freely but take on risk later. If you assume a longer lifespan, you may protect the plan, but you might end up not enjoying your retirement to the fullest. And some people may lean too conservative once they hear plan longer. So now you're balancing two competing goals: protecting the future versus living today. I'm not here to tell you what age to pick. I'm here to show you how different assumptions affect the outcome. And that's where a tool like Bolden comes in. Because instead of guessing, you can actually see what happens when you change these inputs. In Real Talk Lab, I test ideas inside a plan. Bolden really shines here because it turns abstract ideas into something you can actually see. It's not telling you what to do, it's helping you understand your options in the context of your complete financial plan. And now let's jump into an on-screen demo. Let's start with longevity. My demo couple has $1.755 million in net worth at retirement with an 81% chance of success according to their Monte Carlo simulation. Next, I'll go to my plan and summary. This is where longevity is set. I'm starting with an average life expectancy of 87 for the female and 84 for the male, but you can adjust it based on how you want to model your plan. Now, let's move it to age 100 for both. In Bolden, the best practice is to create a new scenario so you can compare these two key variables. Now let's watch what happens. The plan has to stretch longer, withdrawals extend, and it creates more pressure. And nothing about this person changed, just the assumption. You can see the chance of success dropping. It's now 68%. This is why longevity is really a lever. Next, let's look at some longevity assumptions. Here we can see some of the real-life practices measured against the actual statistics in order to address one of the trickiest questions in retirement planning: how long should you actually plan to live? Even the big firms don't agree. Merrill plans all the way out to 100, while Fidelity, Vanguard, and Schwab land closer to 95. Let's break down why that matters. So what do the numbers actually say? A man born today lives to about 73 and a woman to about 79. But here's the key. If you've already reached 65, the odds jump. Men make it to around 84, women to 87. And for couples, there's roughly a 50% chance one spouse sees 90. These come straight from the CDC, Social Security, and the actuaries. Now, let's weigh the trade-offs. Planning to your 80s or early 90s gives you more freedom to spend in your healthiest years. Travel, gifting, checking off that bucket list, and it can be more tax efficient. The catch, if you live longer than expected, you risk running low on money later, leaving a surviving spouse short, or facing steep late life care costs. On the flip side, planning all the way to 100 is the conservative play. It lowers the chance of outliving your savings, encourages careful withdrawals, and protects your spouse. But here's a downside. You might underspend during your best years, save more than you really need, and miss potentially smart options like Roth conversions if they are strategically advantageous to your financial plan. So where does that leave us? Most planners now land in the middle. You use age 90 to 95 as your base case, and then stress test the plan out to 100 to make sure it still holds up. And revisit it every year as your health, your spending, and the markets change. Want a more personal estimate? There are some great free tools out there. The Social Security calculator at ssa.gov is quick, easy, and free for a start. For a deeper dive, try Living to 100, the Blue Zones Vitality Test, and a couple of others. I'll drop all the links in the free downloadable sheet in the description below. Now let's reframe the question. Instead of asking, will my plan work? You can ask, what decisions improve it? Today, I looked at one key lever, longevity, and how your choice shapes your outcome. This is why I value tools like Bolden. It doesn't just give you an answer, it lets you explore decisions and see how they play out. You're not relying on someone else to tell you what to do. You're making informed decisions based on what you see. You're not trying to predict your life perfectly. You're building a plan that can adapt. If you enjoyed this content, please give this video a like and tell me in the comments, how did you arrive at your longevity age? What tool did you use? And what other topics are you interested in hearing about? If you'd like to use Bolden for your own financial planning, the affiliate link in the description is available at no additional cost to you, and it helps to support this channel. It will allow you to test your plan with longevity and so much more. Thanks for joining me today on Reflections in Real Talk Lab. I'll see you in the next video.